Hi makeup geeks! I am going to share with you guys today my top 5 concealers ever, and I've tried a ton of different concealers and I narrowed it down to just 5, and it's really hard, but I've done it and I want to share them with you, but also I want to explain the differences in different types of concealers, what to look for, and how to use each one of those. So let me explain the different types. There's some concealers that come in the wands like this. These are the ones that are the most sheer, and these are for, under the eyes or any area that doesn't need a ton of coverage. So if you feel like you have a lot that you want to cover, don't get the ones in the wands because they are fairly sheer. The other ones are ones in squeeze tubes like this. These generally are the medium coverage type ones. Like this one's the It Cosmetics for under the eyes, has a medium coverage. The texture is usually sort of creamy, but not heavy or thick. So a lot of these will generally work for covering blemishes or under the eyes depending on the concealer. The other one is the ones that come in a pot like this, and these are for blemishes, not under the eyes, because the ones in here are very thick and creamy. They are full coverage. They cover a lot of just problem areas, the redness or blemishes, acne scars. So if you want something that has a lot of coverage, use the ones in the pot, but again, don't use these under the eyes or it'll cake up and make the under eye area look even worse. So there's your types of concealers. Okay, let me share with you my top 5, no particular order. Let's start with the ones for the blemishes. The cake ones are best, like I said, and my favorite one is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. These are great because it comes in a little pot like this. It's easy to carry around, and the texture is very thick, but it's not overly cakey or overly drying. To apply this, you're just going to make sure your fingers are clean, dip it in there, put it on the problem area, and tap it to blend it out. So that one's really good. The other one that's equivalent to that is the Makeup Forever Camouflage Cream. You don't have to get this whole palette. You can get the individual ones, which is fine. But it's also, so sorry, this looks really dirty, but it's my personal one. It's a very thick, creamy-like formula, which works great for on the face, covering blemishes because it is so thick. But again, if you put these under the eyes, it's going to cake up a little bit. So that one's great also. For an inexpensive one that I love is the Coastal Scents Camo Quad. And this one, they have 4 colors. This is the dark one because I do the spray tanning now. But the only thing I don't like, it has a white one in here, which is way too light for anyone. And then one that I think is just a little too dark. I wish they just have more of a range of, camo quads to choose from. But the texture of this is really great. Now, what's unique about these is it has like a gel-like consistency, so if you use a little enough amount, it could work under the eyes, but it could also work for the blemishes too because it is fairly thick and can cover really well. So I like these, and I think they're only around $8. Now for under the eyes, I narrowed it down to just 2, and these are different in that you want something that's a gel-like consistency. Let me show you guys. If it has a gel-like consistency, it's going to be kind of shiny. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, let me grab the MAC one. Okay, so here's the difference. You can tell if it's gel-like or more creamy. Okay, here's the one for under the eyes. This is the Eve Pearl one. This is matte. Do you see how this is shiny? This is very matte looking. This is going to be more cakey and heavier, which is going to be fine for the blemishes. But for under the eyes, you want the one that's just very gel-like so it glides and it doesn't cake under the eyes. So that's what you need to look for when you're getting a concealer. This one here is the Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer, and I forget the price for that, but it is my all-time favorite concealer for under the eyes, even better than the Bobbi Brown one, because the color of this is very intense, it's very pigmented, so it's going to cover a lot of darkness under here that the other concealers don't. The color I have here is tan. And what I do is I put this under my eyes before the foundation because it's going to be darker than my skin, and then I blend over it with a little foundation to kind of even it out so it's not obvious I'm wearing concealer. So that's a good one. And then my final favorite concealer is my newest one that I found, and that's I found this at Ulta. One of the girls there, Jessica, helped me find this. So if you're watching, Jessica, hi! It is the Peter Thomas Roth Unwrinkle Concealer, and it has a highlighter on this side too. But this side here, the concealer, it is a wand, so it's going to be a thin consistency. But I use this after I apply the Eve Pearl on my foundation. If I want to brighten the eyes and I just want to clean it up after I've applied makeup, then this is a great one because it's not cakey and it's really smooth. So those are my 5 favorite concealers and how to use them. So I hope that helps you guys. Go to the Makeup Geek site and I'll do a full review for all of these products so you can see them, and then I'll have prices and all that listed for you guys so you can decide which one is best for you. So if you have questions, post them here under the video and I'll try to answer them the best that I can. So thanks for watching, guys, and as always, be happy and healthy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.